part about collaging is that you can use everyday items like some of these, collage on them, transform them into fun items for your junk journals. Hi, I'm Jennifer. Thank you for stopping by today. One of my favorite things about collaging is finding items that I may have around the house that are going to go in the bin, in the trash, and a lot of times I like to collage them and give them a second life and use them for my junk journals. So if this is something you're interested in, hope you stick around with me and I'll give you some inspiration on ways you can collage on different types of items. You can collage what they look like in journals. And I just hope to give you a little bit of inspiration instead of going out and buying supplies, buying papers, buying whatever. You can look around your house and I'm sure you have abundance of items to collage on that would work fabulously for your junk journal. So some of these items a lot of us probably have around our houses. A really fun item that most people have are old books. Now, this could be a damaged book. I wouldn't suggest using, your books you like. But if it's a book you don't like, it's old, you're not going to do anything with it, it's getting damaged, it's falling apart, take the pages out, collage on these pages, and you can use them as whole focal points for your collage, to collage on, and as focal points for your junk journals. But you can also fold them in half. Oops. And I make them into a little mini half pages in a journal. Like say this is a journal here that could be bound in and make it like a little half page if your journal is larger, because I like having different page sizes in my journals. So that's another way I like to use things around me, just old books. Another one is packaging. We usually all get this old type of packaging in with our Amazon orders and online orders. A fun thing you could do with that is making snippet rolls. With it's just you collage on a strip of paper with whatever collection you like or bits and pieces, snippets of a collection you have left. Collage them all together, and then you can cut these at whatever size you like. Use them as page trims on like a page of a journal. You can cut them and make them into banners, to little tucks, turn them sideways or just glue down maybe 1, 2, 3 and make it like a little pocket. These are so fun, and I'm sure we all have scraps of paper, especially for junk journalers. And we always have these little bits laying around left over. This is a really fun way to use up your little bits and make little snippet rolls. Online printables are always fun. And if you have a printer, that's a great option for you to get free items to craft with. Because a lot of times you can go to these sites and just get like these public domain images. So that's what I did with this bingo card, and just use that to collage on. I can make this a journaling card. It could be a tuck, a pocket. It could be a focal point. It could be so many things. Another item could be flashcards. I also like to use regular playing cards for artist trading cards because they're the perfect size. These cards will make a great size for journaling, for pockets, for a focal point, for all sorts of things in your junk journals. Another item I really like to use in mine are index cards. And I just collage on that with scraps of paper that I have to make them into little journaling cards. I've also made index cards into postcards for journals. Get all your little paper scraps together and create collage clusters. Those are always fun. You could paper clip them in your journal. You can glue them down in a journal as a focal point. You can glue some of it down and make it a tuck. These are so fun. Then we have our tags. There's all sorts of ways you can make tags with clothing tags. We can make little mini tags with these like little price tags that are like the old style vintage ones, kind of. You could use that. You could save the tags that come off your clothes that you buy and just collage on those. That would make really cute ones. So here we have some different type of tags. Some of these I've made from a masterboard and then further embellished on top. But they don't have to just be tagged. You could make these into pockets. You can make them into journaling cards, whatever you like. So this is just using a regular scrap paper that we have. Maybe you have some ugly scrapbook paper that you don't like. Collage on that ugly paper. That way you use the paper, it's not sitting in your stash, and it is transformed into something useful that you will use. Envelopes. A lot of us usually have envelopes around, especially for junk journalers, because we like to have envelopes in our journals a lot of times. So I just did some stamping and collaging from a cut and collage book here. Here is one from a junk mail envelope. These are so fun with the windows. You know, you can play around with these. I made a whole journal one time. I can't find it. I wanted to show you guys because it was heavily collaged and it was all made out of junk mail envelopes, but I've misplaced it. And here is a CD sleeve. If you're a millennial or older, you'll know what these are. I don't think the younger generations are going to know what these are. But if you happen to have some of these still around in your like attic somewhere, break those out and decorate them and collage them, and they make really fun additions to your junk journals. You can use this little glue piece right here as like a tab if you collage it this way, and then it'll fold out and you can use it as a pocket. You can use this whole thing as a pocket. Just glue down the back sides here onto your journal page, and then you can slip papers in and out. You can collage on just a regular piece of scrap, like I was saying, and create like little focal points, or you can also collage and use card bases. I like to usually collage my cards a little bit different, but you could make a whole masterboard and cut it down into just card fronts and just use that as a card base, and then put like a little sentiment on top. These are some cards that I collaged. I didn't collage a base, I just collaged every piece on top of each other because I like how it gives the texture that way, because you could see all the different layers on top of each other. Here is another greeting card, and this is just from scrapbook paper that I had and just some items in my stash. Another fun item you can make is journal pages. You could either piece together, they call them Franken pages, where you piece together different torn pages together. Like say, this is all ripped up. I would come in and glue that piece there and glue that there, and then glue this piece here and try to make it into a piece of paper, but it's collaged together from scraps. I've done that before and it was a lot of fun, and I actually used that method to make this journal that I'm going to show you in a minute. But another way you could do it is just to make a masterboard. So just collage on a back sheet of paper. This is copy paper, and since I made a masterboard, I intended to use these either for like a fun little tags, pockets, whatever, but you can also fold them in half and use them as actual pages to go into your journal. And if you want to make them double-sided, you would just collage on both sides, and then you have a double-sided piece of paper to stick into your journals. That in itself, I think, is really cute. And if you are a junk journaler, you may have like just some items around we like to collect, like time cards, memory decks cards, guest checks while you're out, memo pads. All those sorts of things are really fun to collage with. I've also done a few items like stationery, and this could be super cute. If you have like a whole little notebook, you can go and collage on each page and then like send that to someone as a little happy mail gift. That would be super cute. Or you could just collage on them and tear out little pages for like little notes, and it's super cute and it brightens your day. But I really like using index cards. I think it's one of my favorite items to use because they're so versatile. You can do so many things with these different sizes of index cards. I think they come in 3 different sizes. So let me show you the journals. So this journal is made by making Franken pages. So that's collaging pages together, but not gluing them onto a back. So pretend this was our, sheet of paper here, and Franken pages would not be gluing your extra pages on here different ways. That would be like creating a master board. The Franken pages are gluing like I'm gonna rip this because it's not important anyway. You would glue your pages together in a manner so that it would make another full sheet of pages. But then on the back, only certain sections would be like glued together. If that makes sense. I could do a whole video on that if you'd like. Let me know in the comments below. So this journal is an accordion fold journal, and it was done just by making Franken pages and then connecting them all together. I think it's more so on the front so you could tell. I did kind of cover them up with like pockets and stuff. This is my gratitude journal from last year. But here you can see I have a music sheet that's glued together with this fall sheet and then this green paper in the back. And then that also connects over here to this green page. So after I made this one, I glued it to my next set of Franken papers to create this one here. And then I put my embellishments and stuff on top of them. But that was made using the Franken paper method, which was a lot of fun. And I got to use up a lot of my scraps, which is always a plus because, us junk journalers, we always have tons of paper scraps. Here's another idea of how you can use collaging in your junk journals. I collaged this whole front piece here with different pages stuck together. Not all of them are collaged. Some of them are just pages matted down and then embellished. This is a collaged page. I used magazines. Then I used this, like ledger paper I had. That's the back. Here we have a little bit of collaging. I got a little bit of a blue paper here, some book page back there, and then one of the digital collection pages. See here, some of the pockets kind of cover up. Here you can see, oops, I just ripped it. Here you can see in the back behind the pocket where I have two different papers that connect, that are collaged. Here I have another index cord. I'm telling you, I love collaging index cords, especially for journaling cords. They're so fun. Here's some more collaging in the back with the digital on top of the book page, and then I added some fussy cuts and stuff on top of it. These are all fussy cuts to create a pocket. I just glued them in such a manner that it left a little gap right here so I could stick my items in. And I think, yeah, that's pretty much, I repeated the same type of collaging throughout. So those are the two journals that I had. I wish I could find my other one that I did just with the junk mail envelopes, because that one was full of collage. All I did was take a bunch of junk mail envelopes, fold them in half together, and then I think I might have just like stapled them together in the middle and then collaged each page, and then it was like a little pocket journal. It was so cute, and I wish I could find it to show you guys. But alas, I've misplaced it. So I hope you guys gained a bunch of inspiration today on ways to use items you have around you to upcycle them and use them as fun items in your junk journals. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.